Welcome to the big house, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see, the UCONN Huskies taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. UConn will deliver the opening kickoff and we'll get this game going. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wants to throw on first down. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
I love the offense coming out being aggressive on the first play of the game. They're trying to take momentum right away, but the defense was waiting, and they were ready, and they get the interception. You can't start a ball game better than the way the defense just did there.
I'm about to say, the defense loves that they came out like that, too. Like, expecting the pass, played the pass, made the first big play in this ball game, the very first play of the game.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Find some fresh air. Tough sledding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. Trying play action. Unleashes one deep. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
And how about the rough starts for these offense? 2 possessions, 2 turnovers. These quarterbacks, you trust them early, first drives to get something going. Both of them turn it over to the other team. Let's see which one can get settled in first.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
On target to the left. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. Quarterback may change this route. Tight end now in motion. The toss sweep to the right. Got the first down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. See that maize and blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge linemen that don't like people, that are going to move them out of the way and do just this, what we did right here. Move the sticks, get first downs on the ground. That's who Michigan is.
And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
They saw that blitz coming, and the way to get out of it,
that he see that too. Sees the blitz, understands this is a matchup where I got my big tight end, the big fella I trust. I'm going to find that.
Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown Wolverines. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. The UConn offense goes back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. From the gun, give on the inside.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. And wings it incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
He'll keep it himself. Makes a man miss. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
And the timing just a hair off.
Obviously not the start this quarterback was hoping for, guys. He's now 0 for 4 to start the game throwing it. He just can't seem to find a rhythm. He's not finding his receivers. I'm even wondering if he's seeing the... that well at all, but no surprise. When you start the game 0 for 4 at QB, you've got no points on offense.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's McCluster. Got his man quickly. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This UConn offense really has it going. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his big tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down.
Yeah, and I love running my tight ends across the formation. Just big targets that I can find a way to get the football to. Nice snag, nice little positive gain for my offense.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. From the red zone, looking for a space. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Wants to throw again. He is stopped well short of the first down marker at the 15, and let's see what they do on 4th.
Really nice job by the defense there. You're trying to force the quarterback to throw the football in front of you and allow your guys to square up and make a tackle out in space. You got to force the ball carrier to do something special after the catch. Not able to do it there, so really nice tactic by the defense.
It's good. That'll bring him to within 4. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Nebraska rolled to a victory, and after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that's produced winners of the award from Johnny Rodgers to Mike Rozier to Eric Crouch. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Offense in a bunch formation. He might want another play. Now they'll run it on the toss. Fighting off the defender. There was just nowhere to cut back. Great job by the defense, and he'll have to take the loss.
Well, the defense was ready for that. Offense trying to toss it to get to the perimeter of the football field, but there were just too many defenders. Running back was able to make the first guy miss, couldn't make the second one, though, and it's a loss of yards.
Makes the grab. It's Woodside. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Wolverines send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. UConn going back to work on offense. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Creates a little space. There he goes. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
And if I'm a QB, I'm calling my own number a lot, especially when it's successful like this. Continue to put me in good situations, continue to get positive chunks of yards. Yep, I'll keep that more.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. Dropping back, it's McCluster. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. On the option. Now the pinch. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. UConn will have to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They've got a first down here to open the period. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delay of game. Offense.
The delay of game pushes the offense back. The snap sets up the throw. Makes the catch. It's O'Neal. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll send the tight end in motion. Going to swing it on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Woodside. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And the Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The UConn offense goes back to work. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on the...
Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Fires to the right. Wide open downfield. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. UConn quick to the line.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Brought down at the 21-yard line, a 15-yard pickup, and they are in prime position to get points now. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's McCluster. Takes the easy throw in the flat. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
3rd down. Red zone play. Crowd alive. From the gun. Wants to pass. He'll take a shot. Pass is broken up. Incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football. You really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
Oh, and he missed it. No good. And guys still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but we left some points off the scoreboard there.
He'll start this drive going to the air. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. Great place to start for this offense. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Fires to the tight end. Touchdown, UConn! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So here comes the Michigan offense. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll move the tight end. The give on the option. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Unloads to the wideout. And the deflection on third down. How big is that? Forces a fourth down. The Wolverines decide to punt it away. He looks it in and makes the fair catch, and they'll have it at the 32. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Quarterback on the keeper. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
UConn will have to punt it away. Now on the return. He gets a block. Man, oh man, did that coverage team have its hands full. Well, not full because they didn't get a hand on him for quite a while. Great return there. Looking downfield on first down. Pressure coming. Fires on the move. Got him downfield. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Michigan.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UConn going back to work on offense. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Hold and finds his man on the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Back to throw, it's McCluster. Really strong job by the defense. A negative play on third down. UConn will have to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. He finds finds a dead spot in the middle. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, that's a really nice job surveying the field and delivering an accurate throw. You know, when I think back to Michigan quarterbacks, I think of guys like Elvis Gerber or Tom Brady, Jim Harbaugh, Brian Griese, guys that could have hurt you throwing the ball from the pocket, surveying the field, reading defenses, and making quick decisions. This guy has the ability to do all of those things.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And the Wolverines have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Pushes for the goal line. And he'll be stuffed. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This is a money play on 3rd and goal. Going for 6. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold offense.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. So now on comes the field goal unit. And this will be a short one from about 21 yards out. And this one sails through just inside that left upright. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UConn offense goes back to work. They'll go to work, trailing 17-10, hoping to put together a productive drive. Motion from the wide receiver. To throw, it's McCluster. Got a man, it's Payne. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on 1st down from the 44. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. UConn quick to the line. Looking to fire. Snagged out of the air. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Across the 25. Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love this slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
And the Huskies will have it 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got the tight end. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the game.
To the air on 1st down. Fires into the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Splits the uprights. Good. That'll cut the lead down to 4, 17-13.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So the offense has done its job. They have the lead, and they'll secure it as we head to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Wolverines will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return. Is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. UConn going back to work on offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success, and so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double-team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
And that's a picture-perfect start for this defense. To start the second half now, your team's got the lead. You get to stop right away, get the ball right back to your offense to try to expand this lead. Nice start to the second half.
And the returner is stopped. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical. Get off the ball, get down.
Breaks into the open. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and are trying to stay on the field.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision, nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Off play action. Throws to the wideout. And here's the third interception of the night. Looking for more room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. The UConn offense goes back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He's stopped again. He's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Going for it all. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover 1. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, the ground game. Got enough for the 1st down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Here's the handoff. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Wants to go up top. Bring in the heat. Look out, he's got room. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. And the Wolverines are flying down the field. The give to the tailback. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They've been running it, but now the pass. And they're not on the same page there. They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. Tight end now in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 10, and he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Wolverine.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. UConn going back to work on offense. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. They'll leave it with the lone back. He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. It's McCluster. Back open in the middle. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the 1st down.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Keeps it on the bootleg. Throwing right. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. There he goes. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. UConn comes to the line after getting another first down. The play action fake. Fires left. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
Back to pass. Throws for the tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
On target over the middle. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
And that's a really good example of why offensive coordinators script plays. You know the down and distance, and you know which routes can get you to the stick. So there's no wasted time. That coordinator got the play in early to his quarterback, knowing that his players were going to be able to execute.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Back to throw, it's McCluster. Looking for the score. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
Man, it's so hard to play defense nowadays. You got a strike zone where you can hit people. You get flagged for targeting. You get flagged for pass interference. That was beautiful. Great job in the end zone, making it a hard window to throw into, and when he caught it, making him feel it.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They get in the backfield and make the play, and that's how they'll finish off this third period. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. They'll try to start this final period by putting a 3 spot on the board. Big kick here. Can claw them ever so closer to that lead, and the crowd trying to rattle this guy. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. My goodness, you need those field goals, guys, to cut into that deficit. We're still at 11. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. Looking for a gap. It's Daly. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
The Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Takes it from the gun on third down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And here comes the punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The UConn offense goes back to work. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time they had it, but this time around, see if they can redeem themselves. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Finds his big tight end. Nice stiff arm there, but the defense still able to stop him for a short gain.
And and everything's going to have to be downfield. That's a nice start to this drive, but they're going to need to score, get the ball back quickly, and score again.
Using the quick game. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's McCluster. Flips it out to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Just keep slinging it. The sure hands, it's Payne. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter. You're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Big kick here can crawl them ever so closer to that lead, and the crowd trying to rattle this guy.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here comes the Michigan offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
This is an area of the game on offense you've got to be able to run the football well. You've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and obviously you're in your own end here, but you want to bleed the clock. You want to stay on the field and keep getting first down, so you have to be able to run it.
And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Wolverines come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. He's got him. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Rides the back on the option, the give. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over it.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Wolverines come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Quarterback making checks. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Offense calls a timeout here, critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. The Wolverines come to the line needing just inches for the first down. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Two-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. They'll keep the offense on the field on fourth down already with a one-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. You know why he's piling up all these yards, David? Because the receivers won't let the ball hit the ground.
You remember that Jameis Winston game we called on a Thursday night? The ball didn't even hit the ground, did it?
It did not. Two incomplete passes caught out of bounds. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you could tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.